Where your focus goes, your energy flows. What's up, guys? Serena Renee here, and we are back with our weekly conversation. If you are joining us for the first time, Tay and I created this space to have candid conversations about our everyday experiences. If you are a returning viewer, shout out to you. Thank you for coming back each and every Monday around 5-ish o'clock. If you want to join us on Facebook, you can join us at Tay Arena Live. If you want to join us on YouTube, you can join us at QTNA. Tay is going to be joining us shortly, but so far I want to say what's up to Hair by Lisa, Bill 718. Thank you for joining with us and coming in on time, early, ready to start this conversation. We really do appreciate you guys being here. All right, let's see. So, hey, over on Facebook to everybody who joined in. We appreciate you over on Facebook and thank you for joining on time. And as soon as Tay hops in, we're going to be getting started for today. So, today's topic, I know you guys saw on the, on our, what is that, like a flyer? Yeah, on our flyer. It was where your focus goes, your energy flows. And give us just a few seconds. I think we're having trouble getting paid to the live.
Yeah, girl.
Okay. We on
I
Facebook.
requested
Okay.
you on Facebook, and I was trying to wait so it'll be both. I'll pop up on both, but it wasn't working out.
Well,
So,
over there you go. So I was just about to say
here
they
we go.
can't hear us on the other one.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to QTNA Live. I'm happy to be here. Hope you guys had a great holiday. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July, because I do have some headlines for 4th of July. And when I said headlines, I mean one, because we had a discussion, Serina and I, if whether or not headlines were the thing that we should be doing on our show. So I tried out 2 last week, and this week I'm trying out 1. And so I wanted to tell you about something that happened in my hometown, South LA. In South LA, and I was like, this is really interesting. So let me just pull up. Here we go. So apparently, you know how people love to do fireworks around 4th of July. It doesn't have to necessarily be on the exact day. Well, I just want you to know, Serina, on Instagram, I'm getting a little circle over your face, but I think I do see myself.
Really? I don't see either. It's just
okay.
going.
So we should just be good on it's just my end then. Okay, so let me tell you what it says. The first sentence: at least 17 people were injured Wednesday evening in Los Angeles after an explosion occurred inside a police bomb squad disposal truck. Okay, so I'll explain. You know how when there's a bomb on the movies, and then the police say, okay, we're going to put the, they take it, they, disassemble it, and they put it in the truck. They go put it in this truck, and I guess I don't know. I'm assuming that they blow the bomb up in that truck, I guess, like it's some type of contained explosion. Well, this is what they did when they had to commandeer some man's fireworks. He had so many fireworks. And do you know, they put them in the truck. They did their due diligence, I guess, what they're supposed to do. And when they all exploded, the whole truck blew up. The truck blew up. It hurt houses. It hurt people. Thank God no one passed away. No one. But 17 people were injured after this explosion. Wow. So it was intentionally detonated. That's the thing. So they purposefully, put everything in the truck. Let's blow it up. So I just want you guys, if you guys have any leftover fireworks, we did use our leftover fireworks this weekend already. But if you have any leftover fireworks, I mean, be careful, guys. I mean, I understand that you want to celebrate the red, white, and blue. But I think the amount of fireworks this specific person had, and they were illegal fireworks from out of state, really, got the LAPD, got them for a loop. That's just not cool.
Well, I'm glad that there were no casualties, right?
No casualties.
Okay, well, I'm glad that everyone is alive.
Yeah.
But y'all, come on now, be careful. Be careful.
I know, like, what's going on? They said it was 8 to 10 feet. He had 8 to 10 feet high of commercial grade fireworks stacked. But this is what I'm thinking. Have you, if you are I don't know, did they just send the police or they send the actual bomb squad? Because I think if the bomb squad saw 8 to 10 feet of commercial fireworks, they wouldn't think that they should blow them up inside of a truck.
Right. That makes no sense. Something's up.
Yes, something's up. But shout out. That's all our headlines for the day. If you like this, let us know. If you're like, I can go without them, let us know. We'd love to hear it. And I want to do a big shout out to Serina's shirt, who is from QTNA. Cute girl.
Shop QTNA on Instagram.
Go there.
All right, y'all. Y'all ready to dive into this topic? If you're ready to dive into this topic, Tavia, give me a thumbs up. You're my audience for today, since I can't physically see nobody.
Yeah, I can't see any messages. Maybe I need to update Instagram or something, but I'm here. Hopefully you can see me.
Listen, before we get started, it looks like you painted your wall behind you black, and I'm obsessed with black decor in houses, and I just want to let you know if you did that, it'd be real cute with the greenery. It's looking real stylish over there.
Well, thank you.
Real cute.
I actually painted the downstairs wall black during the pandemic, and then recently decided to move my room around. So this is actually my TV. But
I saw that. I looked a little harder, and I was like, okay, that's the TV.
Yes.
I like what you did with the place.
When it's all done, I'll make sure I give you a virtual tour. I think you're gonna love it.
Awesome. I'm excited. All right, y'all. Let's tap into this topic. So we had a question, and the question was, what was the question? I don't have it right in front of my face.
Okay, so I wrote, I'll read it. If that's okay?
Yeah.
I changed it to a question. So I put, this is how I changed it. It was so creative. I wrote, true or false, ? Where your focus goes, your energy flows. That is the topic. And so there was 3 questions. Did you want me to read one of those first, or
we can go along? We'll go along with the flow. They'll come out. I kind of have a small itinerary, but I just had a brain fart at the moment, and I just needed you to,
Okay, I got you. Go ahead.
Yes. So originally, where this came from, I was thinking this morning, it kept popping up in my head, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And the first time that I heard that topic was when I was listening to Eric Thomas. But he originally got it from Tony Robinson, I believe, Tony Robbins. That's who it is. And so anyway, I went on his website and looked at the entire article about him speaking about what he means when he says this, and I felt like it would be a super dope conversation to have. What's that mean?
I just don't want you guys to hear me. I don't want you guys to hear me chewing my banana. So I'm just trying to cover up the mic.
That was gonna help.
I hoped.
We ain't hear nothing, but I don't think it helped. I don't think it did nothing.
It made sense.
All right, so this is actually a quote from the page that's specifically from Tony Robbins, and it says, to get what you really want out of life, you need a clear goal that has a purpose and meaning behind it. Once this is in place, you can focus your energy on the goal and become obsessive at it. When you learn how to focus your energy, amazing things happen. You'll get insights that weren't available to you before. You run into people who seem to magically be put in your path to help you. And that's the secret of how energy flows, where your attention goes. Listen, so I'm looking at this, and I started really thinking about where is my attention going? So I kind of wanted to share this experience, and maybe we can all kind of tune in and figure out, do a little self-assessment, where is my energy going? Because I think a lot of times we think that our energy is going in certain places, but it's really going the opposite, and we're aiding to why we haven't reached where we want to go or what it is that we want to have, because we don't realize that we're focusing more on the negative instead of the positive, or we're focusing more on what we don't want instead of what we want. So I kind of thought about it to where, first, let's do a question. First question is, what happens when you're always picking out the flaws or paying attention to the negative aspects in your life? As far as the rule, where your focus goes, your energy flows, what do you think is going to happen, Tay?
I guess it's going to go towards the negative things that you're pointing out. So right. You're going to get more of that.
So when we think about it, it sounds like it's super simple. Of course, you're going to get negative things. But really think about how that applies to your life, right? So, for example, we kind of brought up, when you look in the mirror, When you looking in the mirror at yourself, do you see a beautiful smile with like nice skin and beautiful eyes, or do you look at, damn, I got an extra wrinkle, or I look like I'm getting older, or I wish that my stomach could be a little bit more flat, or I don't really like the way that this is shaping. Like, if that's all you focus on, you're not changing the situation, you're actually making it worse, because that's where the focus is. The focus isn't on, oh, if I don't like my stomach, I'm going to do some more sit-ups, or I'm going to change my diet. Like, the focus is on the fact that you don't feel comfortable with your body.
Let me tell you, girl. I always, okay, I've said this probably 20 billion times on this show, but I have like an overconfidence in the way I think I'm beautiful. I always have, right? Thanks to my mother telling me every day of my entire life, several times a day, that I'm pretty, that I just believe her at this point. But I think for the past few years, after having 2 kids, I wasn't exactly excited about how my stomach proportion is to the rest of my body. I knew my stomach is always small compared to like most people, but because I'm a smaller person and my stomach was not the size I necessarily wanted it to be. Well, I decided, you know what? I look good. Like, I'm out here 30 and I look good. Like, it's fine. And I left it alone. And next thing you know, I was like, I stopped eating oatmeal for breakfast every day. And this was just like, I just kind of was like, I think I'm just going to do this. And when we went on that trip, what happened? Someone took a picture of me and it was like, okay, abs. And I was like, wait, I was running and things, but nothing was happening to my body. Like, I was, exercising, but nothing was happening. I was just like, okay, whatever, just exercising for fun. But yeah, I think once I decided, I was just like, it's really not. I look fine. Like,
right. So, along with that point, when I was reading the article, he had made a statement saying, you have committed, when you focus on all of the negativity, you have committed to staying in a dark headspace. So this really stuck out to me a lot, because I feel like no one intentionally decides to be in a dark space, right? Most of us that are struggling with something, we really don't want to be struggling with that specific issue. But we don't realize that when we constantly think about the negative aspect of the issue and how it's negatively affecting us, instead of thinking of a solution, we're subconsciously committing ourselves to that type of outcome because of our thoughts. And it just really made me think, like, okay, so how many things are we responsible for in that area? Like, things that you probably shouldn't even have to be going through, but you're going through them because of your thought process. You've committed yourself to this type of thought process, like, involuntarily, because you're choosing to focus on that. It's like you not having enough money for bills, right? Okay, you thinking about this bill is due on Saturday. You thinking about it on Monday. It's literally making you sick. You're thinking about it. You're worried about it. You're stressed about it. Damn, bill still ain't gonna get paid. But if you actually change your thinking and say, you know what? What's the solution? How can I figure out how to pay this bill? And it sounds super like cliche to do, like something easy to do, but we don't realize that we are not doing it on a regular basis. You're worried about where it's going to come from, but if you just actually have a little bit of faith and put some effort forth towards the goal, everything else will work itself out, because that's what you're manifesting. You're thinking about fixing the problem, so things are going to show up for you out of the blue. Somebody can send you money to pay that bill. Out of the blue, you can get a gig to take care of the bill. But I feel like it's all about the way that you think. If you're thinking that you're going to fix it and putting actions behind it, that's the result that you're going to get. But if you're constantly sitting around thinking, oh my God, and this is just, it's something that's over you, it's going to continue to take over the situation and give you what you don't want.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I'm with you there. I am with you.
Okay, so
but don't be saying you to those not paying those bills things. Say someone, because I don't know who you is.
Shut up. Sis said she pay her bills. So the second question was, what other areas in your life have you voluntarily committed to staying in because of your thought process?
Ooh, girl. You might have to go first with that one.
I think health is a big one. I think like, okay, everybody says they want to be healthy, they want to look a certain type of way, right? But when you look at what you're focusing on, you're not focusing on healthiness. You haven't went and tried to look up or study anything about how to become healthy, or maybe you know the information, but you're actually not you're not taking that knowledge and applying it. So technically it's like you're aiding in your own, like, what you're aiding in your own stub of like progress, because of the way that you're thinking, because of the way that you think is the reality that you're going to have. Love Ash said on Instagram, she wants to know what the topic was. So the topic was where your focus goes, your energy flows. And basically talking about how we respond and how we perceive certain situations, and kind of aid in the stunting of our own growth because of our own thought process about certain situations. So, Tavia, did you have anything you wanted to add to that one?
That's such a deep question to really ask yourself, is like, what other areas of your life have you voluntarily committed? Like, I think that because of my overconfidence in myself, I think like I'm always like, oh, I'm healthy. Like I always decided to be healthy, and I don't make healthy decisions consciously because I just decided I eat healthy. I am a healthy person. And so I just make those decisions. But I think I've affected myself in a positive way in that way. But there's definitely negative ways that I don't know that I'm ready to divulge on the internets. But it's really like a question that you want to ask yourself. But I wanted to just jump just a little bit, like back a little bit. Like when you said that, like you're not when you need to, you pretty much need to ask yourself a question. And I think that's a lost art, that people do not ask themselves questions. Because I do get a lot of calls from people, like usually business wise, asking for like solutions, and realizing that they never asked themselves for a solution. And I'm thinking, Tavia, are you really creative, or they just not tapping into their own, creative juices, because they just never assume that they have the answer. Like someone who tells themselves, I am not a creative person. And so then you think you don't have creative answers. So I really like that. That's a whole topic in itself, but I just wanted to give you kudos on choosing that one,
But see,
that statement.
even to piggyback off of what you just said, I think that comes from the way that we are taught. We are not taught to listen to ourselves. We're not taught to go within first for the answers. We're actually taught to follow. Since we are a child, we're taught to follow. We follow our parents and do what they say. Then you get a teacher at school, and you go to the teacher for the answer. You're looking for her to give you the answer or let you know that you are right or wrong. As you move out and through life, you're always looking at validation from everyone else. That's what this world teaches us. It doesn't teach you to go inside and ask yourself first. And the funny thing about it is, how many times do we get in situations where something to happen, right? And you felt it coming, but you disregarded it and was like, oh, I'm probably tripping. I'm overthinking. I'm probably tripping. And then when it happened, you like, yo, like I knew that this was going to take place. But you're not taught to trust that voice that you hear inside, which I personally feel like that is your inner God, spirit, source, connection, or whoever you believe in, whoever you resonate with. But that's who you really need to be listening to. Anyone who anything that takes you away from, and I got this from, I always talk about that same book, y'all gotta listen to it, Napoleon. It is the art of communication. No, the conversation with the devil. Anything that takes you away from you thinking for yourself, you shouldn't be attached to it. But we're taught opposite. It's like you want to know
They
something,
want
let me
us to
call
be
my
sheep,
friend.
girl. They want us to be sheep.
Yeah, no, definitely. They don't want you to have a mind of your own and make your own decisions. So I think it starts trying to adjust and fix the situation at hand. It starts with the thought process. I think that'll be the first place to think, is just the thought process. I mean, we're already talking about where your focus goes, your energy flows. So the thought process is the first place. But
Literally, guys, the next time you have a question, ask yourself this. I taught I'm teaching my baby this a little bit more, to like literally ask yourself, like I literally will say, I have to say it out loud so myself can hear myself and answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my son, I was like, ask yourself before you ask me, because, like, I think this is a life skill for, like, for your career, for anything that you do. But definitely we're not taught to do that. We're taught to, you know,
Do what
ask.
someone tells
Yeah.
us to
And I
do.
hear myself, you need to ask mommy first. But I only want him to ask mommy first for certain things, not
Right.
for everything. And I
Right.
think maybe I wasn't, or have not been clear there. And
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I'm sure I'm not the only one. So we've been working on that with him, and he's doing pretty well. It's not. I mean, it's once you do it, it's like, oh, like, why haven't I been doing this? It's
And
not
then I
like
guess
I didn't.
that'll keep them from asking you so many questions all the time. Let me try to figure this out on my own.
Girl.
Not facts. So the last thing that I kind of wanted to end on is, okay, we talked about like how our thought process can aid in stunting our growth, but if it can aid in stunting our growth, it can also aid in progressing our growth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what he was saying, not what I think, what he was saying on the article, he was talking about how to kind of create an abundance like mindset, like ways for you to change this type of behavior so that you can attract the things that you want. And it's really simple. It's just going back to having gratitude and being thankful for like everything, even the trials that you go through. Hold on. Sorry, I had a one of my alarms went off. But even the trials and things that you go through, the tests and things like that, when things aren't really going your way, be thankful for those spaces too. That's something that I just recently started doing like this week, y'all. I had a lot going on that just happened this week, and I'm very proud of myself for the way that I handled it, because I can be the type of person sometimes that if one thing happens, it's sometimes hard for me to snap out of it, and it's like the rest of my day is kind of ruined. Um, this time when it happened, it was like, okay, now what? This is not about to shake me. Like when I tell you I woke up and my car was towed from my own apartment complex, y'all. I mean, I walk outside going to work. I got up, I'm back to 6 a.m. I'm up, it's cute, walk downstairs. I looked around and I was like, I had to do a beat. And I'm like, okay, so we're taking a lift to work. Call my little lift. I was like, I'm not doing this today. Like, I got in my lift. The lady took me all the way the opposite way. And I felt my twin rising up out of me. But I was like, we not gonna do this. I'm gonna adjust the address and she gonna take me where I need to go. And I continue to like just work through my day and choose not to respond to the negativity that was happening. That's enough to fuck up somebody's morning. I mean, that is what it is. Your car gone. You gotta pay. I had to pay 30 something dollars to get to work. That's up the street because somebody took me the wrong way. That's enough to get you irritated about your car. Then you gotta pay
Girl.
a 185 to get the thing out. Oh, it's enough to make you mad. But I'm like, okay, you know what? How about this? I'm thankful at the fact that I was able to have enough money to call Lyft to take me to work. I'm thankful that I have a job or a career to even go to make the money back. I'm thankful for the client that I have today because she's about to give me the money that I just spent. Okay, I was able to get my car back. Perfect. Could have been $300, but and I love that. Love, as she said, it's all about redirecting yourself. Like, how do you change the narrative? I was like, this
Well,
is not happening to me today.
the same. I want to just jump in really quick, because I think you're going in the direction of the question that we got from your brother Justin.
What did he
He
say?
says how do you program that or unprogram that or reprogram that? He
Hmm.
wrote all those words, to kind of get into the habit of kind of asking yourself and creating those solutions. And I think you're kind of going on that path without me even reading that question to you. So just wanted
Definitely.
to like tap that into your head. He's over on Facebook.
Hey, brother. I mean, it's just all about redirecting yourself and changing the narrative. Like, what's the good out of this? Okay, I got in an accident today. My car's totaled, but hey, I'm alive. I still got a job. I still got a roof over my like. There's always grace to find in every situation, no matter how bad it is, unless you did. And then if you did, you say thank you for returning me back to the ancestors and still be grateful. But
If you
yes.
alive, you can think of something to be grateful for.
Let me
Like,
not
thank
even
God I
say
didn't wake up dead.
dead.
Thank God I did not wake up dead. Like
Not wake up dead.
that's one thing to be thankful for every day. If you need to start, I've read I think so. I think we're going into this gratitude, how to be great, how to have gratitude, and then that will lead to you being more of a positive person and put out that positive energy and attracting people who are like that and all the things that you need. Um, but I want to say that one thing I think I heard on a podcast, I read it somewhere, but it was like just start with things that are around you. Like just
Yep.
thank you for these four walls. I'm so
Yes.
happy I got this TV. You know, like thank you,
Yep.
and you just start going, and eventually you'll be able to think of things. And it's they say it's a daily practice that you can do that. But if you're not as regimented as people seem to be on the internet people are just like, I do these things every day. Like, okay, internet people. Anyways,
Right.
if you're not like that, I think just when you're having tough times, it's you start there, and I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. And you're gonna have to start having conversations with yourself and not feeling weird about it. If you have to speak it
You
out
can
loud, or
still
if you
feel
can
weird
talk to
and do it
yourself in your
anyways.
right. Well, that's true. You can either talk about it in your own mind, like sometimes people don't need to speak, but if you need to speak it out loud, hey, sometimes I need to hear some stuff out loud. Sometimes I might be thinking about something in my house by myself, and all of a sudden I say, "Girl, shut up, shut up, shut up," because you thinking
I
real
do
stupid right now. Just shut up. Like nothing's wrong with you. It's okay. Like you have to. And another thing too that might help. So one day recently, I wrote myself a letter. I have this little book that I got, and I told myself I'm only writing positive things to and about myself in this book. So I had wrote one day, I literally just started writing and the words just kind of came out. And the summary of the letter was like, you are exactly where you're supposed to be right in this moment, right now. Like, there's no time limit, no nothing. Like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's working out for the better. Like, no matter what happened. If something bad happened, it was supposed to happen. It's working out for your good. Something positive happened, it's supposed to, like, just to remind myself, like, girl, you got this. Like, chill. Like, and when I get into those moments and I'm reading it, it actually does help calm me down. And it's like it brings me back to reality. Like, come up out of here and come here. Like, come down to earth. Because all that stuff you think about in your head ain't none of it happened.
Girl, it's so true when you said like if something bad happened that was supposed to happen. I just literally came to the realization today. I don't know if you guys remember, about a year ago my brother passed away, and I think a year before that, it's like the last time I probably seen him in person because we don't live in the same state. But what happened, the only reason I seen him in person is because I was going to see Serina and my girlfriends, and my flight was
Delayed.
delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was delayed, and then it was like canceled after that. We're not flying out. And so they were like, we can fly you to, I think they were going to fly me to Detroit or somewhere random, and like you can sleep there. I said, fly me to LA. Like my whole entire family's there. So I was like, fly me to LA. I'll figure it out. And then fly me next
Mm-hmm.
morning. I call my dad. My dad is always with my brother. Call my dad, my brother, and they pick me up at like, I don't know, like 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And we just went and had breakfast. I probably slept like 2 hours. We're up the whole night. We had a good time. We took pictures, we're laughing. It was like, man, this was good. At the time, I was like, oh, this is good. It was nice to see my brother, but like I can see my brother anytime. Like I was trying to be in Vegas with my girlfriend, so
Right.
whatever. But turns out I couldn't see my brother anytime. And like I literally almost cried while I was listening to Cicely Tyson's book, because she talks about a lot about like this happened because of this, like her looking back, because she passed away at 96. So I was
Mm-hmm.
hindsight. So I was like, everything if that never happened, I wouldn't have seen him. I don't know when the next time I don't know the next time I would have seen him, because he passed away during the pandemic. And so I wasn't flying, like I was supposed to actually fly out, but then the pandemic happened. So, but
Wow.
that's a whole nother thing. So I just wanted to say, like, definitely still be thankful for everything. Even that flight. Like I was in Vegas for like, I don't know, a whole 36 hours less than I was planned to be there. And I was only planning to be there for like 3 days. And it turned
Right.
out like that was like such a special moment that I remember super clearly. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to, it doesn't always make sense at the time.
Yep. But in
And that
the end, it
happened.
always does.
Yeah. Yeah. That happened a year and a half ago. Or I mean, my brother passed away about a year and a half ago. And I'm just now going like, oh, you
So
know,
that's why that happened.
yeah. So
Wow.
guys,
Well, thank you for sharing.
of course, it came to mind. I thought, maybe I'll share. Hi, Grandma. She just said, "Hi, it's Grandma Shirley. Love you." I'm gonna give that
Hey,
to you
Grandma.
too.
That's awesome. So, in closing, in order for us to get the things that we want, we have to make sure that we are focused on what we want. So if you want that new body, I need you to stop saying, "Oh, I need to work out." Or, "Oh, listen, yeah, before we go, we got to watch those words." Okay. Don't say what you're going to do, say what you're doing. Even if you haven't started yet, say what you're doing. Your words are powerful. So if you keep saying what you're going to do, you're going to keep getting ready to do it, and they're going to have no results. Okay, you're supposed to do it for about a year. You're supposed to go to the gym, and the year didn't pass, and you still ain't went to the end. And yes, I said supposed
The Pacific thing that matters.
to. Yeah, so focus on what you want. If it's working out, a new body, put a picture up of what you want to look like. Put it up in front of make your dream board. I literally made my first dream board last week, and it's not finished. And there's only one corner of it done, and I'm going to continuously add on to it every other week. Like, me and a few of my friends got together and started doing it. So maybe that's something that you can do with your group of friends, or whoever it is that's around you that you fellowship with. Find a partner. Everybody needs somebody to hold them accountable. So maybe you guys can make dream boards or something and put a few goals that you have for like the next 2 weeks. Like, what's something you want to do for the next 2 weeks or the next month? What you got to say,
And
Tay?
if you can't, I'm sorry. Like, whew, it's hot in here. I am
Oh.
sweating like up a storm. I wanted to say that if anybody wants to make a dream board or a vision board or whatever kind of board, maybe we could get
That would be
together and do that
cute. If you guys want to do like
on.
a dream board party live, that would be super cute. So let us know what
Yeah,
you
we
think
can get
about that
together and you
idea.
can we can throw you guys into the. I mean, we can do
Yeah,
like, yeah, throw you guys into
to the
the
live, and
video. We can
then
just hang out, guys, and we can do that separately than this day. But
I like
let us
that.
know where I have like all the pictures I've been looking Google since the beginning of the year that I need to add to mine, and did not even do it. Bought the board. This is the second year. Bought the board, had magazines, had all the things. So if you just need some accountability partners, we're definitely here for you because we could use some too. So
Yes, definitely. Well, thanks again for joining with us this week. We truly do appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week, same place, same time. Love y'all. See you
bye
later.
guys. Have a good day or night.